It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Browns rock it on quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Browns and the Cowboys on Thursday night primetime.
Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that...
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brown. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Gilmore. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 60 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Brown. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can...
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his open man, it's Carr. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The tight end in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. In motion right, one of the tight ends. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. If you look at this Browns defense, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
He gets it to Matthews, complete. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Back to throw. Brown. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Gilmore. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Brown. Street's got it, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 13 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Rivera. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rivera. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Rivera. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. Brown now throwing to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Brown. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. He's got a man. Complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play here for Dallas. 61 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Looking to throw. Brown. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, Gilmore. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Back to throw. Brown. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's Brown off the play fake.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They'll run on 1st down. Gilmore.
Loose inside the 30.
And finally taken down at the 15.
75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's man. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Brown. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. Brown. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, Rivera. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd down and inches.
Setting up the screen, here's Spiller.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Back to throw, Rivera. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw again.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back to throw again. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
3rd quarter starts with a run from Spiller.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Now a handoff up the middle. Gilmore.
81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. From the 35 back to work on 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gilmore. And he'll go down at the 28. The slot man in motion right. Looking to throw. Brown. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Brown from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Throwing to start the drive. Rivera on the screen, complete to Spiller. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Gilmore. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Back to throw. Brown.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete.
Down to the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns have got it back to within a score.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Gilmore. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Brown. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Up the middle they go. Gilmore. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. 1 quarter of this Thursday night matchup. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gilmore. Another. Gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Brown looking for his running back, and he's got him. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Browns offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Rivera. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They'll run on third down with Brown. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Brown now throwing to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete.
Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Cowboys use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And the Browns getting set to go.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He finds his man, complete. It's Carr. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd down and 12. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He's going to try and go deep again.
That is incomplete.
Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Slot man moves right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a handoff up the middle. Gilmore, and he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And his kick is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Second and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Brown throwing to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back to throw. Brown. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get him inside. Yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. Rivera. He gets this out to Spiller. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think you would agree. Just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Saw the rush was coming. Hung in there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make plays.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Rivera. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Over the middle, complete. It's Lynch. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but all